CUNET.com.
The place to get caught up, to speak out, to connect and be entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 28 degrees with 21-mile-per-hour winds in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jack Grau. We're continuing our WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team coverage. In the following counties, there are wind chill advisories and winter weather advisories. Walworth County, Dodge County, Waukesha County, and Jefferson County. Again, those are winter weather advisories and wind chill advisories in those counties. We'll bring you more as more information is available. In Milwaukee and Waukesha counties, snow emergencies remain in effect through Saturday. In Milwaukee, City Hall, the Health Department, and other general city offices will be closing at noon today, with city employees working remotely for the rest of the day. In Waukesha County, all non-essential offices will close at 1 p.m. today. Most governmental offices in both counties will remain closed on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday and reopen on Tuesday. Teams from Public Works, snow operations, police, and fire departments will continue to operate. The winter storm causing power outages to tens of thousands of Wisconsinites Friday.
Hundreds of power outages reported across southeast Wisconsin. We Energy spokesperson Amy Johns tells WTMJ.
We're seeing a lot of down power lines, and it's really important for everyone to know when they do come across those power lines to stay at least 25 feet away and to give us a call or local law enforcement a call.
Johns says downed tree limbs also a factor due to the snow that accumulated on them this week, as well as
vehicle accidents where vehicles are sliding into our power poles and other equipment. That's also breaking apart our power poles and bringing down power lines.
Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
An Iowa freeze-out is feared as presidential hopefuls make their last-minute pitch to voters ahead of Monday's caucus. That's when a blast of winter drops the current single-digit highs into the negatives. ABC's M. Nguyen reports from the Hawkeye State.
Former President Donald Trump canceling some weekend rallies as Iowans prepare to caucus Monday, releasing this video message.
It's going to be a little bit of a trek. Nobody knows how exactly we're going to get there, but we're going to figure it out.
President Joe Biden's team also planning to be in Des Moines that day to remind voters what's at stake. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
And a big snowfall bringing a rare powder day to Midwest ski hills, including Wilmot Mountain in Kenosha County. General Manager Chuck Randalls tells TMJ4 News.
A Midwest powder day is just something that's a little bit elusive. Our western resorts and the mountain resorts get a powder day a week or so, and we only get a handful, if that, a season. So it's something extra special.
Randall says all the snow is welcome after a warm, dry December that left more grass visible than snow on the ski hills. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:03.
This report sponsored by Mr. Holland's Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit MrHollandsHeatingandAir.com.
Some things are better as a combo. Macaroni and cheese, Sherlock and Watson, peanut butter and sauerkraut. Hey, don't knock it until you've tried it. Here's another iconic combo. Heat and electricity, two of Mr. Holland's most popular home services, especially this time of the year. But if you think this duo can't be any more dynamic, check out Mr. Holland's Cold Weather Combo. Purchase a new heating system in January and get a Combo-licious discount on a whole house backup generator. Or electrify your life with a new professionally installed backup generator and get a combo-rific deal on a new furnace. Plus, you may qualify for 0% financing for up to 24 months. See Mr. Holland's Home Services for complete terms and conditions. Keep the lights burning and the heat churning with Mr. Holland's Cold Weather Combo. Call 866-992-1717 or visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. If you want to give Old Man Winter a 1-2 punch, we can help.
Losing sleep lately? The job, the house, the headlines, or investments? How about the feeling your investment partner isn't a partner at all? They might be operating in someone's best interest, but that someone isn't you. It's time for Annex Wealth Management. It's easy. Head to annexwealth.com, click the Get Started button. We work in your best interest as a fiduciary. That commitment runs so deep, we put it in writing. Does your advisor do that? Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. Start at annexwealth.com.
What's better than free? How about play free all year? This January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in reward play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games to earn prize drawing entries. Then stop by each Thursday night in January to see if you're a winner. $400,000 in prizes is up for grabs. Over 40 winners each week. Yeah, free is for me. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Time for a WTMJ sports update. It's a big weekend for Wisconsin sports. Tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks host Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is at 7 with Bucks shoot-around starting at 6. Stay on WTMJ for all of your Bucks coverage. They're one of the youngest teams in NFL playoff history. Can they make the streak last? We'll see on Sunday as the Green Bay Packers head to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Kickoff is at 3:25. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving, time saver traffic. Really all of Milwaukee's traffic system on the highways and freeways. You're going to be experiencing slowdowns because of the heavy snowfall that's been occurring all throughout yesterday and last night. Heavy snowfall, be driving safe when you're out there, especially slow traffic around West Allis near the stadium interchange as well.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty.
At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A high of 25 by 2 o'clock today with on and off snow showers. That wind is going to keep the snow that's already there blowing. An additional 1 inch today possible, and a low of 2 degrees this evening with dangerous wind chills. On Sunday, that snow is going to continue blowing around with more wind and a high of 6 degrees and a wind chill of -20 to -15. On Monday, a high of 5, still that wind chill, -20 to -10. Awfully frigid. On Tuesday, a high of 4, that wind chill, -25 to -15. Partly cloudy that day, and on Wednesday, a high of 14 with a little bit of sun and wind. If you're over in Madison, you have temperatures of 21 degrees with snow and clouds. In Green Bay, it's 20 degrees and snowing. In Waukesha, it's 21 degrees with snow. And in Milwaukee, we're feeling 26 degrees with winds at 22 miles per hour and snow. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton Kane and David Nason.
Good morning to you. Sponsored by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. As always, we thank them. I am Dayton. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Dayton. Good morning, everybody.
So, did you use your new parking pass to get in today?
Yes.
So, it says my middle name on. Like, now my mom and the parking meter are the only people that use my middle name ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine
said welcome, and it had. Yeah, I'm like, what?
I don't think mine is.
Why would you?
But I've been
say
using
that?
mine for a couple. I was the first one that seemed like to get kicked out of the old digital parking pass.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I had to go scramble and get a new one a couple weeks ago.
Well, I've got the new one, and it's now using my full name.
And
when
it seems
I check
like
in.
they're probably done working in the parking ramp here.
Yeah, all the barricades were gone, and the big skid loaders.
It was an obstacle course to try to park.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show.
Yes.
Obviously, today in the first hour here, we're going to talk about snow.
Might as well.
Why not?
Everybody else is.
Everybody else is.
We could either talk about snow or Packers.
We could do both. We could do both. If you want to chime in, 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talking text line. You can call that and let us know what's going on in your neighborhood. That would be fun.
Sure.
Let's start with mine.
Tell your neighbor.
Luckily, I showed you the photo.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have two ways out of my subdivision because one way was blocked by a tree that was down across it. Our neighborhood in New Berlin got hit hard. We were sitting on our couch watching TV, which we were one of the lucky ones because a lot of people lost power around us. Brookfield, even New Berlin.
Because trees are coming down.
Yeah, but for some reason we didn't in our neighborhood. But we're sitting there, all of a sudden we hear crack. We're like, whoa, what was that? And we look out the front window and huge tree branch down. We lost 5 big tree branches down in our yard that I get to cut up this spring. And that's a question. That's something, as long as it's not blocking anything, I can let that sit till spring, right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I actually did have some tree guys out because I think I'm just going to take the trees out altogether because one of them for sure is dying. I looked at the branch; it's all hollow inside, and I'm like, yeah, this tree's dead at this point. So let's talk about that. When we wake up this morning, we got another 12 inches of snow.
That seems like
so
it, yeah.
They're saying we only got 11 inches of snow in New Berlin. There's no way we only got 11 inches of snow because I have a bench. There's 24 inches of snow.
Really?
I took a ruler out. There's 24 inches of snow sitting on this bench.
I probably only have about 14.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow.
But we didn't get out in Oconomowoc. Like we were in this bubble. The first storm on Tuesday, we got like maybe 2 inches.
Oh, we got hit on that one too.
Yeah, we hardly got. So we got more on what was it, Thursday night?
Yeah,
we got more Thursday night than we got in the big storm on Tuesday.
Okay.
So we probably had about 5 or so on the ground before yesterday.
I suppose. So that 11 inches they're saying from this round of storms, that bench had all the snow from the first Tuesday storm on it still.
Right.
So a lot of wet, heavy snow.
We probably picked up about 10 or so since yesterday in the morning when it started snowing.
We were sitting on our couch and all of a sudden this big orange flash went off. I'm like, what the heck was that? So I walked to the window and I'm waiting for another one. And sure enough, another one, big orange flash goes up. I guess like power station generator, or what do you call them? Not a generator. Anyway, they were like blowing up in Brookfield.
Sure.
Like I could see it off in the distance in the Brookfield area, just going up. I
can't think of what those are called. They're up on the poles. Somebody's going to text.
Yeah, we need a text, 855-616-1620. But yeah, it was bad last night around our area.
Yeah, just a lot of blowing by me. We had a plow come through our street, and he actually got stuck a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm on a dead-end street, and so they have to go back and forth. They can't drive through.
Okay.
So he's got to go drive, he's got to plow, then come back and plow, and then the street dead ends down on the lake. Oconomowoc there, so he's got to drive down a hill to get down to the lake. I mean, so yeah, it's a tough street to plow, actually.
We had garbage day Friday.
Oh.
So our cans are out. Our street's a mess. Our street's a mess. Our garbage cans are buried, because they just plow around them, and there you go. So transformers, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you from the 414. The transformers were like blowing up, I think.
As I was driving this morning, I was like, okay, now it's winter.
Yeah.
All of December,
Mother
early
Nature
January.
was like, psych!
Yeah, right.
You thought you were safe. December was nice.
So,
man.
Going to make it difficult for me to inspect roofs for a little while.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of roofs, let's get into maintenance stuff when we come back. So what should we be doing today when we can get outside and look at our properties? We'll talk through that. We'd love to hear from you about what's going on around your neighborhood. 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi there. I was trying to report a traffic accident for your traffic reporter, Debbie Lazica.
Call me, Debbie Lazica, at thehallmazda.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329.
Hi, Debbie. It's Michael. Eastbound 894, and there's the fender bender, and these guys are blocking the right lane.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
You're going to get a free furnace from Quality Heating. This isn't a gimmick. You are going to get a free furnace. This is Anthony Zanevsky, and all you have to do is purchase a heat pump from Quality Heating, and you're going to get a free furnace. And this heat pump is not only going to give you 2 sources of heat and act as a backup, but also the heat pump will double as an AC system to cool your home as well. and it's extremely efficient. I have a heat pump in my own home, and I can promise you, this heat pump will cut your energy costs substantially. You'll be getting a top-of-the-line $14,000 to $15,000 system, but your bill is going to be less than half of that. So from February 1st through March 31st, you can get an insane deal from Quality Heating. This is the only time of the year we can do this, and it's really just in an effort to make one of the slowest times of the year for our technicians really busy. So see the man in the red van. Call Quality Heating. Get your free furnace and upgrade your home's HVAC system to absolute max efficiency. February 1st through March 31st.
Quality Heating, Quality Heating.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333. Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Johnson & Sons Paving. Now's the time to get on the schedule with your commercial paving project for 2024. Booking work in the winter helps you budget and puts the Johnson & Sons design team to work. 2 civil engineers on staff, superintendents and foremen with 2 decades experience. There is nothing they have not seen. They can think outside the box and deliver the parking lot or drive you need in the budget you can afford. Plenty of Johnsons over there, no subcontractors. JohnsonandSonsPaving.com. That's JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. AzuraLiving.com.
Oh, the weather outside.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton Kane and David Nason on WTMJ.
Good morning. It is cold. Not as cold as it's going to be, though.
Right.
It is. So last night, Transformers, as everybody's texting in, thank you, blowing up across the Brookfield area. It was crazy. Trees down everywhere. Ice is going to start piling up here. Today we need to get out and do what before this cold, bitter snap hits us?
Yeah. You need to obviously clear your driveways, sidewalks, things like that.
But do it today.
Right.
Like this morning if you can, because after 2 o'clock it's supposed to start dropping off.
Yeah, definitely get that clear. Regards to your house, if you can, if you have a roof rake, this amount of snow that we've got is a good idea to try to get it off the edge of your roof. And
2 feet?
2 or 3 feet, somewhere. Just that's all you really, just right at the edge.
And the purpose of that is
you want to clear that so to try to minimize. You're not going to eliminate, but minimize the ice dams that are going to occur in your gutters.
It's not a weight issue necessarily.
Well, that can happen too. Yeah, if you get ice dams
cause
weight on the roof.
Yeah,
no.
On the gutters. The
ice can build up in the gutters and rip them off. If you get too much going on there.
But you're really trying to create a path for as things melt.
Yeah,
you give that 2 feet or 3 feet so it melts better and runs off the roof.
If you have a flat roof, obviously it's all about safety. But trying to get snow off the flat roof might be a weight issue.
Yeah,
probably not yet. But it
I don't
can
know,
add up.
Some heavy snow that we got over the last week.
Yeah, definitely the first storm on Tuesday was much wetter. And even the little bit of the first of what we got yesterday was pretty wet. And then it got a little fluffier, got colder. But
sure.
Roof raking, definitely get that off the edge of your roof. Again, be safe. Don't get up on your roof. If you got to get on a ladder a little bit to reach parts of your roof.
Did you hear Eric Bilstead talking about that this week? He's like, yeah, I will get up on my roof and shovel the whole thing up. No, you don't have to get on your roof and shovel the whole thing up.
And do not, even if you want to, that you're going to damage your roof if you're going to start shoveling. Plus, you're probably going to fall off.
Yeah. And even the roof rake, you don't need to get down to the shingle. You just want to kind of clear off the heavy stuff.
Clear off the majority of it. Again, that's going to minimize the chance of ice damming occurring.
Right.
So do that. Around the outside of your house, clear any vents. So your furnace intake and exhaust vents. If you get a drift of snow, we got a lot of wind. So if your snow's blowing around, you want to make sure those are not blocked so that the air can be taken in for your furnace and exhausted. Because if the furnace can't get air in, it's going to shut down. So it won't work. So if your furnace is not working, that might be one of the first things. First, check to make sure the switch is on, the breaker's on. Check your filter, make sure that's clean. But then go outside and see if you got any snow blocking that. Dryer vent. A lot of people have a dryer vent either down low in the wall, or if you have masonry on the outside of your house, brick or stone, more likely your dryer vent's going to be going through a basement window because people, they don't like to drill a big 4-inch hole through the masonry. So check that, make sure that's clear so that when you're running your dryer, it doesn't back up and you could potentially cause a fire. I think there's somewhere between 10,000, 11,000 house fires a year caused by dryer vents that aren't cleaned out. So if it's not cleaned out and now it's blocked by snow, that's a bigger issue.
That's a bad combination.
Definitely. So make sure your downspouts are connected and everything. So I actually talked to Tom Simon. I don't know if Tom Simon is the developer of the downspout goalpost. He sells them at the area hardware stores, Ace Hardware in West Dallas, Elliott's. They sell them. Some of the other True Value stores and everything. He gave me one. He approached me in the parking lot of Laurelberg's Hardware in Oconomowoc. He's like, "Hey, are you David from the Fix It Show?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm the inventor of the downspout goalpost, and it looks like a little goalpost, and it works great." So I have one. I only have one spot where I can use it. I have it, but point is, make sure your downspouts are connected and on everything, because when and if we do get through, we will get through this cold weather. It's going to warm up a little bit, and this all starts to melt off your roof. You want to make sure your downspouts can get that water away from your house.
Yeah. The other thing, I have a window well. I have 2 window wells on my house, so I always clear that cover off when it gets this much snow, just so the weight of it doesn't collapse into my. Because I have the cheapy ones that I bought.
Plastic ones, they can only take so much.
Yeah. So kind of brush those off, make sure they're clear. If you don't have those on your house, get them on your house because it keeps that stuff out. Instead of that, I mean, imagine all this snow piling up in your window well. What's going to happen when it does warm up? Yeah. It's all going to melt right down, and if it doesn't have the right draining, if it doesn't drain properly, it's going to go right through the window. So make sure you're keeping that snow out if you can. So lots of things to look at. I'm going to be cutting up a tree. I'm going to have my chainsaw because it's across my driveway. I had to kind of drive over part of it to get out of my driveway today. So lots of work ahead of us yet. I was kind of like, man, I wish I didn't have to go do a radio show today because I'd rather be outside getting my house ready.
You were going to say you'd rather be sleeping or
no.
waking up, having a cup of coffee.
I want to get this done before 2 o'clock when that weather starts changing because it's not going to be nice once we hit that cold.
And a couple other things. If you have not disconnected your garden hoses yet, get outside.
Do that.
Well, it's been somewhat nice.
Yeah.
Really, we've had some cold weather, but not really sub-freezing weather.
Right.
So get out, disconnect your hoses, and turn the water off at your valves inside. So some people just turn the water off. Disconnect the hose too. That can cause a problem. So you don't have to necessarily put your hose away or anything, especially at this point. But disconnect them. You don't really have to do anything with your air conditioner, except maybe put something on the top of it, a piece of plywood or something to keep. But now it's probably got 14 inches of snow on top of it. But don't wrap it up in a tarp.
Yeah. WTMJ talking text line 855-616-1620. We'd love to hear from you. What's going on in your neighborhood? It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results, featuring NARI certified professionals materials. Our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
Ring in the new year with the ultimate timeless gift, a diamond from Diamonds Direct. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating a lifetime of love in 2024, Diamonds Direct can make this New Year's one to remember forever. Diamonds Direct is the area's destination for exquisite diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and our nationwide price guarantee ensures you'll get the best value, period. To showcase that spectacular diamond, we have literally thousands of designer settings from all the top names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, and many more. And our experts will guide you every step of the way with the education you want and the respect you deserve. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, fashion rings. At Diamonds Direct, we specialize in the ultimate symbol of love, and we welcome the opportunity to celebrate with you. So start the new year with some new excitement, new hope, and some new bling. Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Proud to call Milwaukee home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
When a new baby is added to the mix, saving money becomes a real priority. Shopping at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores can help. With an abundance of baby clothing and toys, all thrift store priced at pennies on the dollar. You'll spend a little to get a lot. Find great deals on gently used baby clothes and toys at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Outdoor living is a cherished experience here, especially in the warm season. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that will revolutionize outdoor living at your home. Visualize your home and yard with an in-ground pool, screen room, pergola, patio, pavers, deck, even an outdoor kitchen. Get with Outdoor Living Unlimited and put that dream into action. The honest, reliable artists and craftsmen will be honored to work with you. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Winter weather advisories around the area. Windy, blowing, snow, another inch possible, a high of 25. We'll get that full forecast coming up at about 7:34 for you with Jack Grau. You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And David, I have a question for you. First of all, we'd love to hear from you if you have something, 855-616-1620. So I'm walking around my house, and I'm roof raking, right? Mm-hmm. And as I'm looking around the base, the foundation of my house, there's certain areas where the snow is melted away from the house. Now, my basement is block. I've got the rim joists all insulated with polyurethane foam.
On the inside.
On the inside, my
box sills.
Yep, and then my crawl spaces have a half-inch insulation board around them, so that's all covered up. Are my walls leaking air and heating that up and melting the snow, or does that happen around every house? I guess I've never noticed it before. What would cause that, where the snow is all melting right around the base of my house?
Well, even with all that insulation, there's still some heat loss from the house. I mean, you're heating your house, right? And that's why that's this whole thing with ice damming. There's heat loss through the attic, through the roof. There's heat loss through the walls. We talk about R value on walls and windows insulation, but it's not a. I don't know. Is there anything that can stop heat? I'm sure a 2-foot thick wall of concrete will stop heat or something or other material, but our walls are not that. So there's going to be some heat loss. There could be. Well, I mean, there's probably not a lot of gaps if you've done all that insulation. But there's still some heat loss. So you get 2-3 feet away from your house, and that ground's going to freeze solid.
Right.
But right up against your foundation, it's still not going to be as cold, but it can be.
Okay.
So
well, and that's interesting because, like, on the part where we have a sidewalk that goes right up to one of the walls, that wasn't melted away. So that concrete must have been cold enough that it wasn't melting, but the ground must have still been warm enough.
So also, is this around all around your house or only on certain sides?
Only on certain parts.
So
and it's on the side. It's not on the north side. It's on the south side. So
I was going to say there years ago when I was working for a company in McGuanago, we were building a mini strip mall, and we built it through the winter. And the north side of the building, we literally almost couldn't do any work because it was so cold in the winter. Trying to do concrete work and other things, you couldn't do it. But on the back side of the building, south, guys were in sweatshirts and on a sunny day, sweatshirts working, no problem. I mean, so because it was a fairly tall building and it cast a shadow without any sun, it is amazing what the reflectivity off the building will. You just stand there and you can feel the warmth of the sun. So it was probably 20 degrees or more difference in temperature from front to back on that. So that's probably the bigger issue. But there is some heat loss from the house, but the sun's
makes sense. That was one mistake I made because it was warm. Like it was 36 degrees when all that snow was coming down on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I got all bundled up thinking I'm going to go snowball. I was soaking wet on the outside from all this wet snow hitting me and soaking wet. Like I was just a puddle by the time I got in. I'm like, I overdressed for this for sure.
Sure. And plus your house is white.
Yeah.
So it's going to reflect some sunlight.
Interesting stuff. This is our first big battle with snow this year, so everybody's kind of relearning everything again. So WTMJ Talking Text Line 855-616-1620. No guests this hour, so if you have something you need to know how to fix, we can try to answer that for you. But now we take a break, go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. You know, guys, I'm a born and bred Illinoisan. I'm feeling more like a Wisconsinite with my first Wisconsin snowstorm.
This is a doozy. Doozy.
Well, we are continuing our WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team coverage. We have winter weather advisories and wind chill advisories in the following counties: Walworth County, Dodge County, Waukesha, and Jefferson County. Again, those are wind chill advisories and winter weather advisories in those counties until noon today. So definitely keep an eye out for those falling temperatures. In Milwaukee, the Department of Public Works saying they currently have about 100 drivers on the roads engaging in what they call enhanced general ice control. Drivers are focusing on driving lanes on main streets and cleaning curb to curb. They'll clear out the turn lanes and parking lanes when able. DPW saying drivers are working on residential streets as well. The department also asks for patience as the significant snowfall will take time to clear. 5 Senate Democrats named in the redistricting lawsuit that led to the Supreme Court's decision to draw new maps have submitted their proposal to the court for a new set of legislative maps. That number includes State Senator Chris Larson and Tim Carpenter of Milwaukee. Governor Tony Evers also turning in a set of proposed maps as well. Friday was the deadline for parties to turn in maps for the Supreme Court to consider. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. It's not that there's a bunch of traffic out on the roads, it's just that the heavy snowfall is making it awfully difficult to drive on Milwaukee's highways and freeways right now. A couple of spots that we're keeping an eye on as well. On 894 East at the ramp from Forest Home Ave, that right lane is blocked due to a disabled vehicle that's over by Greenfield. And then there's a crash on the exit to College Avenue from I-94 South, so keep an eye on that. Once again, lots of snow on the roads today, so just be careful wherever you're driving to.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. We're having wind gusts of up to 35 miles per hour today and a high of 25 that we're going to hit by 2 p.m. On and off snow showers with the wind blowing more snow and an additional 1 inch that we might see today. A low of 2 degrees this evening with a wind chill up to -15. On Sunday, a high of 6 with that wind chill from -20 to -15. Mostly cloudy, a chance of a little bit more snow. On Monday, a high of 5 with that wind chill at -20 to -10. Partly cloudy and windy that day. On Tuesday, a high of 4 with the wind chill -25 to -15. Partly cloudy and bitter cold that day. On Wednesday, a high of 14 and partly sunny. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:33.
In this seller's market, even homeowners are trying to sell their own home. But more times than not, it doesn't work out like they'd hoped. And while homes like theirs are selling, and selling fast for over asking prices, their homes aren't. So what's your next best strategy? Well, if you're looking to relieve yourself of the stress of selling your own home and still get top dollar while getting the full service benefits that an experienced realtor can give you, then look no further. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where 3.5 to 3.9% commission assures that you pay less for full service. Only 11% of those trying to sell their own homes actually succeed. And of those that do sell their own home, they sell on average for 26% less than agented properties. This often negates the savings they were hoping to get by doing it on their own. So why do it on your own when you have an experienced realtor that will give you full service at only 3.5 to 3.9% commission? Don't let your home sit while others are selling faster and at potentially better than asking prices. Call Benefit Realty for a highly experienced agent, and you'll pay less for full service.
Hey, John Mercure here. I'm going on an incredible trip to southern Italy and Sicily. My wife and I would love for you to come with us. October 2024, what an itinerary. A full week in breathtaking Sicily, the stunning seaside towns with their cobblestone piazzas, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the breathtaking Amalfi Coast and Sorrento, taking the deep blue hues of the Mediterranean, sailing to Positano, plus visit historic Pompeii. Won't you come with us? Let me send you information on this great trip. It's john.mercure@WTMJ.com, john.mercure@WTMJ.com. Lots of food, great wine, time for shopping. It's incredible Italy next fall. I'll send you one of our beautiful brochures if you send me an email. john.mercure@WTMJ.com. We'll also be adding on Rome. I love Rome. Come with us, won't you? October 2024, incredible Italy. Breathtaking and stunning. John.Mercure, MERCURE @WTMJ.com.
Come away with me.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
It is indeed Dayton Kane and David Nason here, 855-616-1620. That is the WTMJ Talk and Text line, and we'd love to hear from you. We're talking about this winter weather that we're finally getting. Mother Nature woke up and said, oh, wait, it's the middle of January. I forgot to give Wisconsin snow.
Right, and cold.
Yeah, so here we are. We're dealing with it, and we talked about some of the things we need to be looking at on the outside of our house. One thing we didn't talk about was windows.
Right.
I went around, and maybe I'm overkill, but on the outside sills around my house, as I was going around roof raking, if there was piled up snow, I just brushed that off. So that as that melts, it's not melting just directly onto the trim.
Yeah.
And
especially if you have concrete or stone sills.
Because they're porous.
If they're turning a little black or greenish, that's just because they're absorbing a little bit of water. So try to just brush those off any little bit. Before it got cold, you should have checked the caulk around the sills and everything. Make sure that it's a little tough to caulk that today. Yeah. But in regards to windows, and we say this all the time, if your windows are closed, they should be locked.
Right. Because that keeps them in shape. That keeps them in place.
It's pressed into the weather stripping. If you have a double hung, the type that slide up and down at the check rail where that lock is, that brings that together.
Yeah.
And what we're talking about is minimizing drafts. So if you feel like, oh, my windows are cold and everything, lock them. And sometimes vinyl windows, I think especially, if you don't lock them much, they can be fairly difficult to actually push.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to push up. If you have a double hung versus a single hung, the top sash doesn't move. But you have a double hung, sometimes you have to push up on the top sash, and you got to make sure, you got to look. Don't just reach up there and turn the lock and everything, because you might be turning the lock above the other part. So make sure you interlock and make sure they actually intersect and then lock it.
My daughter and son-in-law bought a house, and when we were going through looking at it, I checked the windows because that's what I do for a living, right? We couldn't lock one of them.
Sure.
Now we can, because we forced it up, we got it in place, we locked them, and now it's back into shape where we can open and close them and lock them. But that whoever lived there prior, none of their windows were locked.
Right.
Because they physically couldn't without a ton of pressure to get them to lock.
I do that during inspections. As I'm testing them, opening them and everything, I close them, I lock them. So people are probably wondering, why are my windows locked?
Yeah.
Well, they should be.
855-616-1620. We do have a call. Sue from Milwaukee on the line. Good morning, Sue. What's your question?
Good morning. For springtime, I'm looking to have some work done on tuck pointing, and I was looking for some recommendations. It's kind of a small job. It's on the outside foundation.
Sure. For tuck pointing, generally that's something a mason would do, but not all masons do new work, new stone or brick work. Not all masons that do repairs. So you're looking for a restoration contractor. Just before the break or right after the news, we had an ad on here for Creative Construction. They're right here in West Dallas, and they do all types of masonry. They do plaster, stucco, but they also do stone and brick repairs and masonry tuck pointing work on anything on the outside of your house, chimneys, stonework, and things like that. So the good company.
Been in business a long time.
The owner's a sixth generation plasterer, stucco, and so he's an artist when it comes to that kind of stuff.
And what was the name of that again?
Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for calling.
Be safe. Have a good weekend. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line if you want to get a hold of us. One here. Oh.
If I can answer.
Yeah.
So this weekend is before you jump into that text, this weekend is the Metropolitan Builders Association Home Building and Remodeling Show. So it's new home builders and remodeling contractors. They're all out at State Fair. I understand they got shut down yesterday afternoon in the state because it's State Fair, so the state of Wisconsin proclaimed an emergency and shut it down. But they're open, I believe, from 10 a.m. probably till 7 or 8 o'clock. You have to check that at State Fair Park today and tomorrow yet. I'll be there tomorrow at noon on one of the stages. I think it's called Stump the Contractor or something like that. Myself, Dave Bellman from Bellman Homes, and Bingo Emmons, the owner of Creative Construction, will be on stage. And if anybody has questions about construction, you can try to stump us, or I think there's some gifts involved for that.
That's a wealth of knowledge right there.
Right.
The three of you up on stage.
Yeah, Dave
That's
Bellman's, they build some great homes, and he does some wonderful things for the community as well if you look them up. But Bingo and his company has a booth at the MBA, so to anybody who's interested in something like that, plus any other kind of project, you can go to the MBA show today and tomorrow yet.
All right. We're going to take a break on that note. When we come back, we'll get to some more of these texts. 855-616-1620. You can also call that line, and Isaac will pick up and get you on the show. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Chris and Tim closed their first loan with Accunet $116,000 ago in terms of the median sales price in southeastern Wisconsin. We helped their daughter buy a home earlier this year, and now we're helping them buy their retirement condo. We're told there were 3 offers, 2 cash offers, and Chris and Tim's offer backed up by an Accunet rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval. All 3 offers were probably over the asking price, but we're surmising Chris and Tim's offer was the highest because when the sellers asked the listing broker if they could count on the offer with the pre-approval letter, the answer was simply, Accunet really does their homework. It's not easy to beat a cash offer over the asking price, but that's exactly what Tim and Chris did with some help from their trusted family mortgage lender. If you don't think the lender's name on your pre-approval letter matters, think again. It's still a seller's market in the Badger State, so click on the blue button at Accunet.com today to get started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval. That's ACCUNET.com.
With the help of Less's Glass, you can have the shower you've always wanted. Heavy glass shower enclosures from Less's Glass are installed by the best in the business. And when you have a showroom to visit with over a dozen glass shower enclosures on display, there's no guessing games. See the ultimate in frameless shower design with doors mounted on smooth as silk, stainless steel barn-style rollers. This design combines the beauty and elegance of heavy glass with a minimalist look to create an ideal shower enclosure for tight spaces. Premium shower doors and custom-designed all-glass enclosures. When you work with Less's Glass, you're working with a company that really can do it all. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Our patient's most common regret statement? I just wish I would have done this sooner.
Find out more at adventknows.com because breathing well will help you live better.
Hey 620 WTMJ fans, Gary Ellison here for my friends at Best Electric Services. They're family owned and operated and have been serving you for over 50 years. No job is too big or too small, whether it's completing a residential or commercial project or even installing electrical vehicle charging. Best Electric provides quality service at fair prices. They are experienced and licensed electrical contractors ready to get to work. Connect with the Best Electric Services. Find out what they can do for you and visit bestelect.com today.
Hey there, Eric Bilstad for Tri-County Contracting. Yes, I know it's the winter time, but the time is now to be thinking about next spring and your roof. Don't forget, Tri-County Contracting has the worry-free roof tune-up. You can schedule it now. Get it on the books. Make sure your roof is good to go next spring. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com is the website, or call 262-679-6100. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. That's Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Need advice? Call 855-616-1620. Our expert home inspector is here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane and David Nason with you. Winter weather advisories around the area. Windy, blowing snow, another inch possible with a high of 25. Temperatures falling after 2 o'clock, though. Tomorrow's wind chill is going to be negative 15 to 20. Whew. So you want to get anything done on the outside done today early if you can do that.
And go do all your shopping today, get your snacks and everything ready for our big game tomorrow night.
That's right. That's right. Let's go through some questions here. 855-616-1620. Question about roof raking. My house has 4-foot eaves. I roof rake Thursday afternoon, but I'm not sure I can get all of them done today. Is that a problem? 4-foot eaves, that's a lot of eaves.
That is a lot, yeah. As soon as you can get to it, like we said, you don't have to rake all the way down to the roof.
Right.
So when you can get to it, get to it. Yeah.
And nothing's going to be melting anytime soon. The problem is it's going to freeze over.
Yeah.
It's going to get hard really fast here with the cold that's coming in.
But remember, this is an issue with heat loss from your attic. So a lot of it depends on how much insulation and everything. I did an inspection, was it last week? Last week we got a little bit of snow or something. I remember we got done with the inspection and we went outside, and as we were leaving and we were looking at other houses, and the house we were inspecting was a really old house, didn't have much insulation in the attic. The roof was almost completely melted. You look at other neighbors, they have snow on their roof yet. So it all depends on your house.
Yep. Another one here at 855-616-1620. On arriving home Thursday, after being gone, we heard the septic tank pump alarm going off in the basement. We're a 2-person household in a newer home. Septic put in no earlier than 5 years ago. Last pumped out on April 22nd. Husband was able to silence the alarm, but this can't be good. So we called the paperwork company that they said to call for the alarms, and they're not responding. Basically, they're thinking they're not going to get back to them until Tuesday because of Martin Luther King Day on Monday and the storm that's going on. Is there anything they can do about this? Obviously, they said they're not hosting the Packer party on Sunday.
Right. Well, like they're saying, limiting water usage and flushes. So the septic tank alarm, so they are on a septic system. They're going to have a sanitary crock in their basement probably as well. You really do, unfortunately, need to limit that, but you need to get somebody out there to check that septic system.
Yeah. Even if it's not the company that installed it, somebody should be.
They didn't really say where they are. They're in the 262 area. Hair Environmental, they were on our show last year.
HERR.
Yeah. They're out in the Waukesha, southern Waukesha area. And if you remember when they were on, they handle emergencies.
Right.
So for that texter, I would give them a call. Yeah. Even in this kind of weather, they have the equipment. Obviously, somebody's going to need to, if they need to get to your tanks to pump them out and everything, they might need a plow or something or some kind of equipment to get that stuff exposed. But Hair Environmental, called Todd Stair at Hair, and they should be able to help you out.
Good snowy morning. Is it correct that running ceiling fans in the extreme cold helps to keep a home warmer, better heat distribution with gas-forced air?
Yes, and I believe the thought is to reverse the fans. Right. So in the summer you want it blowing down, and in the winter you want it spinning up. So when it spins up, you don't feel the fan. You don't feel the effect of the fan. What it's doing is just recirculating the air. The other thing is, and it might be a little less comfortable, but it's healthier, is to run the fan on your furnace continuously.
We do that all the time, year round.
Yeah, not everybody does. Most people have it on auto.
The other thing those ceiling fans are going to help with, and this is going to be an issue coming up tomorrow,
right?
Condensation on your windows.
I knew you were going to say that.
Open up your curtains,
blinds,
let the air get to your windows, and if they get condensation on them, put a fan on them. It is going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going from wet snow to below zero temperatures.
Right.
More than likely, you're going to see some condensation. No matter how good your windows are, you don't freak out. Just make sure you're maintaining them properly. Keep them. If you got wood windows, wipe them down. Keep them dry as you can.
And if you have casement windows, take your screens off now.
Yes.
Take them off, store them somewhere in the basement or somewhere, because when you do get this condensation on the glass, trust me, you're not going to fight every screen that you got to take off. Plus, the screens also create a little bit of a microclimate between the screen and the glass.
Yeah.
And these are casement windows. Double hungs, the screen's on the outside. Don't worry about that. But take your screens off of your casements. And like you said, it's going to be really cold outside, and you're still heating your house to 65 to 70 degrees. So that can be a 70-degree temperature difference that you're relying on on average, about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch of glass, insulated glass, to keep that cold out.
Yeah.
And so you're going to get some condensation.
Thanks for that text and reminding me to tell people that, because that is one thing that will probably happen in the next couple days. 855-616-1620. One more segment to go before we're joined by Nate from Best Electric. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
This is WTMJ's Sandy Max with a brand new show called What's on Tap. Weeknights at 6, you're invited to join me to take a deeper dive into culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and around the world. Tap into all kinds of entertainment and recreation with me, from music, theater, film, food, and uniquely Wisconsin traditions and landmarks. So pique your curiosity and join me for What's on Tap. And be sure to catch the podcast on your favorite podcast platform.
Don't you just love the WTMJ Fix It Show? Hi, this is Matt Elliott from Elliott's Ace Hardware. When you think Fix It, first you think about Saturday mornings on WTMJ. Then you got to be thinking Elliott's Ace Hardware. Where else can you find such great staff, big brands, and all the stuff, and I'm talking all the stuff, to get your Fix It done? So enjoy the WTMJ Fix It Show on Saturday morning, and then head to Elliott's Ace in Elm Grove, West Dallas, Pewaukee, and Muskego.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special? It's all about living life how you choose. Take it from my friend Bill at Three Pillars.
I've found all the sociability I need at Three Pillars. We have all kinds of activities. We have a supper club every month, movies, concerts, cards, and especially bridge, which I love to play. And so I am just as content as I can be. I really would recommend it to anybody.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be much more delightful. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin's energy-efficient windows keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply.
NBA All-Star Voting presented by AT&T is open now. The league's brightest stars will be heading to Indianapolis to do battle in an East-West showdown.
The stars are out early tonight.
Be a part of the team that picks the teams. Vote to help send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2024, and you can join them in Indy. Each vote with your NBA ID enters you for a chance to win a trip to All-Star 2024. And on select days, your vote counts 3 times. Vote on the NBA app or at NBA.com/vote today.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Family owned, family operated, family values. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
You're going to get a free furnace from Quality Heating. This isn't a gimmick. You are going to get a free furnace. This is Anthony Zanevsky, and all you have to do is purchase a heat pump from Quality Heating, and you're going to get a free furnace. And this heat pump is not only going to give you 2 sources of heat and act as a backup, but also the heat pump will double as an AC system to cool your home as well. and it's extremely efficient. I have a heat pump in my own home, and I can promise you, this heat pump will cut your energy costs substantially. You'll be getting a top-of-the-line $14,000 to $15,000 system, but your bill is going to be less than half of that. So from February 1st through March 31st, you can get an insane deal from Quality Heating. This is the only time of the year we can do this, and it's really just in an effort to make one of the slowest times of the year for our technicians really busy. So see the man in the red van. Call Quality Heating. Get your free furnace and upgrade your home's HVAC system to absolute max efficiency. February 1st through March 31st.
Quality heating, quality heating.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. David and Dayton. One guy knows what the heck he's talking about. We'll let you figure out which one it is. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Good morning, 7:54. It is going to be 25 for a high, but then dropping tremendously quickly after 2 p.m. So get out and take care of the outside stuff. And on that note, last week we had a bunch of our partners call in and just tell us how 2023 went and what's 2024 looking like. We didn't get to talk to Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power, and she is on with us right now. Good morning, Fawn.
Hi, Fawn.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good.
You just waited for today because you knew we were going to have a blizzard to talk about, didn't you?
Well, I got ESPN, right? So that's how I know all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, first of all, how was 2023 for you guys? Good year?
Yeah, it was decent. It was a good lawn year. Good lawn year. Snow started out kind of slow, but, I mean, it was actually very consistent through the fall months or sales aspect. So, I mean, we sold a lot of snowblowers, more than I think people thought we were. Actually, more than I think we thought we were. So, yeah, now we're down to, hunting and pecking for what we have left in stock.
I bet you're going to get a lot of phone calls on Monday about people needing their snowblowers fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're there today, 9 to 1.
Okay.
We were there yesterday until noon. They decided for safety reasons that everyone needed to get off the road. So we closed at noon, and we were just slammed with shear pins and cables and, all kinds of fun stuff for people. And today, I'm sure we'll get – we just came in from doing ours, and we've got a nice big snowblower, and it took it with no problem.
Yeah, your big errands.
My son does. Yeah, we got a big errand, so we did – my son, and now he's across the street helping a neighbor's because I think his took a crap. So
it's heavy snow. This is really heavy snow.
It is heavy. I tried shoveling some of that off of our deck. I'm like, let's go get that little single stage and take care of that.
And it sticks to the shovel. You go to try to throw it.
Yeah,
and,
you need to spray your shovels with snow jet.
I did.
I was still sticking. I sprayed my shovels, and that stuff slid off like nothing.
I got to respray then because I did Tuesday before I did it, and it worked good.
You got to let it dry on the shovel. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
I'm no spring
guys,
chicken.
Listen,
Yes.
Fawn has taught me well.
Right. So what time are you open today?
We open 9 to 1.
And where are you?
143rd and College. Number's going to be 414-422-9130. We're going to be busy, so you may be on hold for a while. We try to take care of the customers in the showroom and then, try to get back to the phones. We've got 5 of us up front today. So we're going to do our dangest to try to help everybody out.
Yeah, put the dogs and cats on the phone.
You know what? If I had enough phones to do that, but no. And besides that, the way Jack talks, that's our crazy cat, our dumpster cat. You wouldn't get anything out of him.
All right, so one quick tip. What's the best thing people can do as they head out to get the snow cleared today?
Slice it. Take small slices. I know your first cut will be your full drum, so take it very slow. Go to first gear. Let the machine do the work. Don't jam it in there. The plows came through. It's pretty thick at the end of the driveways. And then just take half slices. Let the machine do the work. And if you overload it, you're going to be breaking, your belts, or you're going to blow out shear pins. I just fixed a neighbor's shear pin yesterday that she blew hers out, and I actually had an extra one here, so I was able to take care of her on that. But yeah, it's small slices and just take your time.
Don't reach your hand down the chute.
I was going to say, as we saw in the news this week, somebody did that.
Yeah.
Keep your hands out of the auger.
There is a fan in there, not even just the auger in the front, but that chute has a auger that's throwing snow out too. So, all right, Fawn, good to hear from you. Be safe.
Thanks for calling in.
Right.
Thanks,
guys. Have a good one.
You too. That does it for hour number 1. We check in with Jack Grau, the WTMJ Breaking News Center, coming up next. And Nate from Best Electric will be joining us.
This has been the Fix It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Eric Brown and his crew from Siding Unlimited can fix whatever's wrong with the outside of your house. How do you know what's wrong with it? Well, look for these trouble signs. On your windows, paint peeling, wood rot or damage from condensation? How well do they operate? Got mold on the storm windows? Siding have any dents, holes, or chips, paint or color issues? Is the caulking cracked? How's the flashing? Roof look okay? How about your doors? Decks are another place for critical inspection. Maybe you'd just like to have a new one. Eric is a regular here on the Fix It Show. You regular listeners are aware of his expertise. He's president of Siding Unlimited, but that's not a desk job. He's out there working with the crews, inspecting people's structure problems and fixing them. Siding Unlimited will fix yours too. Make a note to contact Siding Unlimited online at sidingunlimited.com or see Siding Unlimited's unique outside-in showroom near Gerke's Corners in Brookfield.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service. It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey, riding with you every mile since 1977.
Your locally owned hometown station gives you the news and what it means to you. Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it's 26 degrees with snow and 21-mile-per-hour winds in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jack Grau. We are continuing our WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team coverage. There are winter weather advisories and wind chill advisories until noon today for the following counties: Walworth County, Dodge County, Waukesha, and Jefferson County. Again, those are winter weather advisories and wind chill advisories for those counties until noon today from our WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team coverage. In Milwaukee and Waukesha counties, snow emergencies remain in effect through Saturday. In Milwaukee, City Hall, the health departments, and other general city offices will be closing at noon today, with city employees working remotely for the rest of the day. In Waukesha County, all non-essential offices will close at 1 p.m. today. Most governmental offices in both counties will remain closed on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday and reopen on Tuesday. Teams from Public Works, snow operations, police, and fire departments will continue to operate. Power outages continuing to affect thousands of Wisconsinites.
The big winter storm putting a major strain on the power grid. We Energy spokesperson Amy Johns tells WTMJ.
We have hundreds of employees that are outside working right now around the clock to restore power.
Johns says crews are working 24/7 to get all outages fixed, but they're dealing with the same conditions as everyone else, making the repairs more difficult. She says the best thing to do is
keep an eye on that mobile app of ours to see when we'll have a crew assigned and be able to come out to you.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
According to We Energy's website, over 84,000 customers are out of service across southeast Wisconsin. In Iowa, a freeze-out is feared as presidential hopefuls make their last-minute pitch to voters ahead of Monday's caucus. That's when a blast of winter drops the current single-digit highs into the negatives. ABC's M. Nguyen reports from the Hawkeye State.
Former President Donald Trump canceling some weekend rallies as Iowans prepare to caucus Monday, releasing this video message.
It's going to be a little bit of a trek. Nobody knows how exactly we're going to get there, but we're going to figure it out.
President Joe Biden's team also planning to be in Des Moines that day to remind voters what's at stake. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time is approaching 8:04.
The pain was so bad I could barely walk. And now after stem cell treatment, I run marathons.
Now this is an exaggeration, but I do hear about unbelievable miracle outcomes. And I have to ask, do you really believe them? If they were true, these biological treatments wouldn't even have to be advertised. Truth is, stem cell effectiveness is nowhere near 100%. It's expensive, and it doesn't last. At Rejuvenex, our FDA-approved pharmacological treatments ease inflammation and reduce pain. They're precisely administered to where your pain lives, and they work. Will the pain reduction last forever? No. But in some cases, relief has lasted as long as 24 months, and in most cases, insurance has paid for the treatments entirely. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Kessler's gives you diamond choices that no one else can give you.
We have all the colors and clarities and carat weights of diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers, newborn created diamonds.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Tell them what an anniversary diamond is, Monica.
An anniversary diamond can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
Every diamond makes a statement.
Okay.
The anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
Now tell them about our miraculous no small print warranty.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate.
We've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update. Big weekend for Wisconsin sports. Tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks host Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is at 7 with Bucks shoot-around starting at 6. Stay on WTMJ for all of your Bucks coverage. And the Green Bay Packers are on the road as they start the wild card round in Dallas against the Cowboys on Sunday with the kickoff at 3:25. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. A couple of spots that we're keeping an eye on right now. On the exit to College Avenue from 194 South, there's a crash there, so might experience a little bit of a delay if you're trying to get off at that exit. Still on the south side of Milwaukee County, on the west side of Milwaukee County, near West Allis, we're seeing a crash by the stadium interchange and lots of slowed down traffic. That's that snow making it harder for people to drive. Wherever you're driving to, be safe today.
Traffic is sponsored by SB Framing Gallery, Milwaukee's distinctive archival framing.
SB Framing Gallery in the 3rd Ward can enhance and protect your artwork for generations. Framing pieces with archival and distinctive design. Learn more at sbframinggallery.com.
Your WTMJ forecast, we're going to have winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour today and a high of 25 that we're going to hit by 2 p.m. On and off snow showers today with wind blowing that snow, making it a little bit more difficult outside. A possible additional inch of snow, a low of 2 degrees this evening with that wind chill getting to negative 15. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton Kane and David Nason.
Good morning. We are sponsored by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. It is hour number 2 and a brand new guest joining us on the show today. Yep. One of our partners, Nate Janzik from Best Electric. Good morning. How are you, Nate?
Oh, it's a perfect morning here. It snowed in pretty bad.
Yeah. What community are you living in?
I'm out in Waukesha. My issue is the plow. My private plow came in before my street plows, so I got about 4 foot ice wall.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the big snowbank at the end of my driveway and a tree halfway across my driveway.
I left before the plows came through.
Yeah. I was trying to get out earlier, and I thought I could beat it, and I was out there shoveling for about an hour, and I'm like, I've made about 8% progress.
That's too bad.
I'm like, it's not going.
That's okay. That's okay. We're glad you're safe and at home and on the show with us. So thank you for joining us. Like we like to do with all of our partners when we start this hour, tell us a little bit about who you guys are and what you guys do.
Yeah, so Best Electric's been around for over 50 years, serving really the greater Metro Milwaukee area. For about the first 40 years of the company, they strictly did residential service calls, a lot of stuff in people's homes, really small-scale electrical things that everybody needs all the time, but nothing too major beyond that. My father and I took over in 2018 and started kind of expanding the company into some other things, remodeling, generators, which obviously is a big thought with the weather today.
Yeah.
A lot of electric vehicle charging, and then obviously some commercial work, which is what his background was in. And we've been able to completely maintain Best Electric's, 40 plus years before that of service call work and small residential projects, which has been a big highlight of ours, that we were able to maintain that while still growing the other parts of the company. Because that's obviously what built the company. That's what keeps us involved in the community. It's great being able to spend a week and work for 100 different people with all of our guys in the field than it is to have 8 guys on one job for one person. So we really enjoy having that spread of things. We always say, and it's kind of cliche sounding, but it's always the no job too big or too small. But we actually really kind of do that. We've gone out and changed the light bulbs for people who just can't. They're either elderly or something's wrong, and they can't get up a step of a ladder on a chair to get it, and that's something we've done.
You guys are the good guys, it sounds like. I looked you up. I see that you're NARI accredited. You have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, so you guys
and I love the name.
Something right.
Best Electric, and I'm Best Inspection. So, yeah, we talked about that earlier in the week. So
we got 2 of the best on the show today.
Yes, definitely.
So Nate's going to hang with us all hour long. We already have some text and a call waiting for you, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Rick in Milwaukee with his question. Nate Janzik, Best Electric, on with us today. It is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
WTMJ Now with Steve Scafidi.
If you're choosing between, and you live in Milwaukee or Milwaukee County, and you're going to drive outside the county to find a place to eat, anybody not realize that you're paying a lot of money for gas that you typically wouldn't have used if you just ate at a local restaurant? Does that not factor in, or are you just mad about the tax increase?
Get the latest news. Hear the opinions.
What is your favorite fun radio word for mischief? Hijinks, shenanigans, or antics?
All in Wisconsin.
I'm going to say shenanigans.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on WTMJ.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members, save 10% now through Wednesday at Fleet Farm. No rebates, no waiting, no mail-in forms or receipts. The added 10% savings coupon is for all Fleet Rewards members, in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional discount. Forget stamps or waiting for rebates. Enjoy 10% savings now through the 17th. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
You can give them the same old, or you can surprise them with something unique from St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Store at a bargain. Almost new, but really cool. The thing about thrift store gift shopping is that you never know what you'll find, but when you find it, you'll know it's right. That's what makes it fun. And if you just can't choose, gift cards are always available at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd in Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Vince Vitrano for Connect Chiropractic. Been seeing Dr. Alex and his team since the summer. Different kind of chiropractic care. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. They use a special tool for all your adjustments. It's not just for a sore back or neck. Adjustments that can help your body better adapt to stress. Connect Chiropractic is hosting a workshop in January on this very topic. Details coming to the website soon. And coming in early 2024, a new Connect Chiropractic location in Delafield. So much happening at Go Connect Chiro. That's GoConnectChiro.com.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home from so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live and probably like the same pizza place you do. Put
the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
The special Milwaukee Auto Show Advanced Discount Ticket Offer has been extended to January 21st. Turns out a lot of people want to come to the auto show. Get your auto show tickets now at a big discount. Buy a single ticket, or how about a pair of tickets for date night? Or you can buy a family 4-pack and take everybody. They can see all the latest vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, luxury cars, and much more. For advanced discount tickets, go to autoshowmilwaukee.com. That's autoshowmilwaukee.com.
David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Winter weather advisories around the area. Windy, blowing, snow, another inch possible. A high of 25, but that is done at 2 p.m. and it starts plummeting down to below zero tomorrow. Right. We're looking at negative 15 to 20. So those wind chills are going to be brutal.
Be so nice and warm in my living room watching the Packer game.
Nate from Best Electric on with us. bestelect.com. Bestelect.com is the website. We do have a question we're going to go to right away because this will feed right into what you guys do, Nate. Let's go to Rick in Milwaukee. Thanks for hanging on. What's your question, Rick?
Yes, first of all, thanks for taking my call, and thank you, Nate, for being there. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a lot of good questions for you. Nate, my question is in regards to I have a Generac 6500 watt generator. It's a portable. I went ahead and put in the transfer safety box wired into my circuit breaker box. Nate, my question is on this ProTrain transfer box that has 3 settings: line, off, and generator. Okay, my first question is when I plug this generator in and start it up. And first of all, am I supposed to turn off the main switch on my circuit box, or do I just flip the switch on the transfer box to generator?
So that's kind of going to depend on exactly how they put it in originally. The way it should be is you should be able to leave your main energized, and you should be flipping the switch from your line to your generator when you want to fire the generator up. That should transfer the power supply of your whatever you have in that generator panel to be powered by the generator as opposed to powered by the line side power of your service. Now, if your power is totally out, there's not really any reason you can't turn off your main breaker. And really, when power's out, we do recommend people turn their main breakers off until We Energies restores, because they can have some small surges on their restoring power, which can make it difficult to watch the Packer game if it surges and lights up a television or something. Those small little appliances have kind of
that's a good
finicky
tip.
motherboards.
I've never heard that.
So, yeah, when your power's out, best thing to do is turn your main breaker off if you can. Now, obviously, Rick, if you turn your main breaker off and then fire the generator and the generator doesn't energize your circuits you want on, then you're probably going to have to keep the line power on if you want those things on. But it should be wired in a way that the generator is technically a backfeed and has nothing to do with the line side power coming in beyond splitting it to the transfer switch. So you should be able to. Sorry, go ahead.
No. And I'm just going to say, in regards to the generator itself, on the generator, it has a place on the frame of the generator where you would ground it. Would you recommend me? I have a pair of jumper cables. Would you recommend taking let's say the positive or the negative side of the jumper cable and grounding the generator to the house ground? Or doesn't that matter?
I would say you don't have to do that. Those portable generators, in a sense, yeah, grounding is always obviously great in any aspect, but those portable generators are made, they have internal fail safes that would prevent anything from reaching a point where it needs to be grounded. Your transfer switch should be part of the home grounding service already. There's a grounding lug in those when you install them. So the transfer switch part where the power is going to be distributed is already going to be grounded properly. The generator grounding it is it's not going to cause a problem, but I wouldn't waste your time doing that and trotting through the snow for that. It's not going to provide you anything worth the time you're going to take to do it.
And my last quick question, Nate, is on this transfer box. Now it has the three settings: the off setting, and then it has the line setting, and then the generator setting. Before I start that generator, should I put that in the off position until I get the generator started, and then come back down here in the basement and flip that switch up to the generator, or can I just leave it in the line position and start the generator? Does that really matter?
Yeah, I would move it to off before you start off the generator. That way you don't have, in case timing gets, in case you have bad timing and energizes while you're turning the generator on, you don't want to have a double feed go to that thing.
Hey, God bless you, Nate. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much.
Great questions, Rick.
Thanks for calling.
Have a good weekend. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. Nate from Best Electric on with us. We do have a text here for you. It says, kind of on the same method here, how hard is it to install a transfer switch on a furnace so that you can plug into a generator so that you can have that heat in case the power outage?
So if your concern is just a furnace, just one single furnace, you probably don't have to go with a larger portable generator and a transfer switch. You really could get a small portable gas-powered generator, leave it outside, and run an extension cord down to your furnace. That's what a lot of people will do. Now, the part with that gets tricky is it usually takes either somebody with a good amount of electrical knowledge to do this safely, because you will have to open up the box to the furnace and put a receptacle on to energize and backfeed. Right. So that's not something we recommend a homeowner that if they're not proficient electrically doing, because you can blow that furnace's motherboard up pretty easily, and then no heat for a couple hours will become no heat until somebody can put a new furnace in.
Right.
So it's not difficult in terms of ease, but it does take some technical know-how and some experience and skill to do it without a safety issue.
Best Electric Service is the name of the company. BestElect.com is the website. You guys install whole or partial home generators, right?
Absolutely. We do both Briggs & Stratton and Generac. We do a lot of partial homes have been what's been going lately. Most people look at their whole house and think to themselves that, there's parts of this house that aren't a big deal to energize, but we do have a good amount of people also that when the power goes out, they want to live their life as if nothing happened whatsoever. So the whole, that's how I always explain them, is the whole house generator is going to make it like the power's not even out and you won't have to worry about a thing. Partial generator, you got to pick and choose what you want.
Gotcha.
And both are great options depending on personal preference. I could get away in my house with not everything on because there's like 3 rooms I go into weekly, maybe. I'm sure everybody's kind of got the same boat, but other people just want the comfort of I can go and do whatever I want whenever I want in the house, even if the power's out.
Generally, it's furnace, sump pump, and fridge freezer. Those are the kind of things you have to have on.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a lot of people will now put, say, like a rec room or a living room, they'll put that on their generator too because TV, entertainment, and something to do.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of the most cosmetic thought of it now at this point is a room like that where everybody can sit and watch TV while the power's out. But yeah, furnace, fridge, things like that you want on.
Get your questions in for Nate, 855-616-1620. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I need information about siding, I call Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. If you're tired of painting or your siding is beyond repair, it may be time to look at the advantages of a new siding system. Additional insulation, along with Tyvek's weatherization system, can significantly improve your home's energy efficiency while protecting it from water and air infiltration. We offer a variety of siding products, all installed by J&B's certified employees, which will provide decades of performance and beauty.
For a complimentary siding evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
Hey 620 WTMJ fans, Gary Ellison here for my friends at Best Electric Services. They're family owned and operated and have been serving you for over 50 years. No job is too big or too small, whether it's completing a residential or commercial project or even installing electrical vehicle charging. Best Electric provides quality service at fair prices. They are experienced and licensed electrical contractors ready to get to work. Connect with the best, Best Electric Services. Find out what they can do for you and visit bestelect.com today.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
Hey there, Eric Bilstad for Tri-County Contracting. Yes, I know it's the winter time, but the time is now to be thinking about next spring and your roof. Don't forget, Tri-County Contracting has the worry-free roof tune-up. You can schedule it now. Get it on the books. Make sure your roof is good to go next spring. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com is the website, or call 262-679-6100. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. That's Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Watch your team compete on big screens in Team McSee's Sports Bar or the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook Room. Yes, you can bet the spread, parlays, futures, and more with Sports Illustrated Sportsbook at Island Resort and Casino. Your place to bet on sports. To book a game-time getaway at the Island, call 800-682-6040 today.
Get her done. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Isaac in the producer's booth playing a little Electric Avenue. We have Nate from Best Electric Services on with us this hour, 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line if you want to talk to Nate. In fact, we have Dale from Waukesha on the line. Good morning, Dale. What's your question?
Good morning. Continuing along the generator topic, I have a portable generator that's sitting in my garage. If I turn off the main breaker on my house panel and then fire up the generator and plug it into an outlet in the garage and backfeed the system, will that work, or am I going to be causing problems for the electric company?
So a portable, smaller portable generator like a gas-powered, you're not going to be able to back up everything. So the turning the main off would be the right move. To use that generator to power circuitry, you really have to, you'll have a cord plug in on one end, like an extension cord on a fridge or something will come out to that generator and plug in the 120 volt port on the generator, depending on how many you have. Kind of tells you how many pieces of equipment you can back up. The fridge, things like that, is obviously kind of an easy one because you just got to plug it in an extension cord, run it out to where the generator is, and make sure that if you're going to do it in the garage, make sure that generator is as far to the garage door or outside as possible, and leave that door open. But you'll plug that in, and that would back up, say, like a refrigerator. The tricky thing to back up with the portable generator is like a furnace or like a gas water heater, things like that, because those are hardwired systems. They don't have plugs on them. So that part does take some electrical ability to backfeed those safely. Most people will use those small portable gas generators to back up. Easiest way to put it is things that already have cords.
Yeah, but Nate, what he's asking is our electrical systems in our house are not designed so that you can plug that generator, as he's saying, into a plug in his garage, and that would then feed into his electrical panel to the house.
That is correct. Sorry, I misunderstood
that doesn't work.
That part. No, that won't work. It's our electrical systems are not two-way streets, more or less. The backfeed would cause that if it does force voltage the wrong way, it would cause some issues for you internally. So that the only way to get that thing working would be to run the power to the generator, not the other way around.
Right. Awesome. Dale, thank you for that question. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. We have Nate Janczak from Best Electric Services on with us this hour. Get your calls in for him. We do need to go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Good cold morning here in southeast Wisconsin today. We're continuing our WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team coverage. We have winter weather advisories and wind chill advisories until noon today in the following counties: Walworth County, Dodge County, Waukesha, and Jefferson County. Again, those are wind chill advisories and winter weather advisories until noon today in those locations. And in Milwaukee, the Department of Public Works saying they currently have about 100 drivers on the roads engaging in what they call enhanced general ice control. Drivers are focusing on driving lanes on main streets and cleaning curb to curb, and then they'll clean turn lanes and parking lanes when able. DPW saying drivers are working on residential streets as well. The department asks for patience as the significant snowfall will take time to clear. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. There are some slowdowns on the roads this morning because of the heavy snowfall on Milwaukee's freeways, especially on 94 coming in and out of the city. Some problem spots around the stadium interchange. Wherever you're driving to because of the weather conditions, be careful, take it a little slower. My parents always taught me to pump the brakes when you come to a stop.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, we're going to have wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour today, and we're going to hit our high for the day of 25 by 2 p.m., a possible additional 1 inch of snow, a low of 2 degrees this evening, with wind chills getting to negative 15. On Sunday, blowing snow is possible with a high of 6. That wind chill is going to be negative 20 to negative 15, and cold and windy that day. On Monday, a high of 5 degrees with the wind chill, negative 20 to negative 10 degrees with wind. On Tuesday, a high of 4, wind chill is going to be negative 25 to negative 15, bitter cold that day. And on Wednesday, a high of 14 and partly sunny. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:32.
Whether you're an active or passively active home shopper, our agents want you to be completely up to date with what's out there and what's brand new to the market. With our instant emailed MLS updates, you'll never miss out on what could be the home of your dreams. All you have to do is call and tell us where to search, give us a price range, and soon you'll be totally in tune with your desired real estate market. Remember, MLS searches show you everything. Some of the other real estate sites don't. So call Benefit Realty today, where you'll pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission. You can't find a lower rate of commission, and you won't be able to find better knowledge, service, and real estate expertise than you'll find with our agents at Benefit Realty. Because I know that's what you expect. Now, I'm not sure you'll be able to find the highest caliber of agents everywhere, but I can promise that's what you'll get here. So choose Benefit Realty to exceed your expectations, and you'll pay less for more. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
So it's about time you spruced up your home. Nothing major. You're not looking to spend a ton, but you are looking for something that'll give your quarters a little upgrade. You know, there are a lot of things you can do with glass. Simply beveling your mirrors can do wonders. You can mill out your wood cabinet doors and replace the center with attractive glass inserts, or customize them with unique handcrafted artistry, or maybe a theme. You could even install a new glass shower door and add some real appeal to your bathroom. They're all pretty affordable home improvements, and Les's Glass Service has been helping homeowners like you for just about longer than anyone in town. You probably don't realize how affordably we can help you reach your home's full potential, but we do, and we can show you countless options. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Dayton and David. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning, I'm Dayton. That is David. And on with us this hour, Nate Janzik from Best Electric Services. And we already told you they have an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. They're a member of NARI. They're accredited there. We also mentioned that you're involved in the community, but we haven't talked about what that looks like. So
when we talked this week, Nate, you said that was really, really big for you.
What do you guys all do? How do you get involved?
We do a lot of different stuff, from very small scale up to larger scale sponsorships of programs and things like that. Growing up, my dad was huge on the sports side. He thought that was the best way he could give back to communities and things like that is volunteer with different sporting organizations, things like that. And he continues that to this day. He's been doing it probably 40 plus years in the communities he's lived in. And we've continued that now that we have Best Electric and the means to provide some financial support and things like that to different community events. Things as small as we sponsor some local high school sporting teams events and things like that, where we'll have the things as small as they put our logo on little styrofoam basketballs and throw them out, all the way up to we were a proud sponsor of the Waukesha Blazers tournament out in Waukesha, the Jackson Spark Memorial Tournament. It's anywhere in between. We've done a lot out in Waukesha, a lot in Milwaukee, obviously West Dallas, where we are. We really, I would say it's very rare that we get an opportunity to sponsor a community-based or community-supported event and don't. Just found that's, if I could pick where we spend the majority of our time and efforts on that side of the things, on the marketing side, it would be working with smaller community-based things like that. I feel like those dollars go a long way for those groups, and it just is a really nice way to give back to people, teams that may have not been able to travel to a tournament or things like that without the support. And it's always great to be able to help out the communities, and especially the kids that are the next generation of those communities.
Right. That's great to hear. You love to see it when businesses give back to the community, get involved, and do things. I would love to do more. I do a few things, but nowhere near what Nate's talking about.
Yeah, good work. You mentioned a lot of places. What is your service area with Best Electric Services?
So on the service side, it's really, I say, as far north as the like Cedarburg area, as far west as really kind of Lake Country, and then really as far south as the Illinois border, and then obviously the lake east.
Right.
Not going out on some yachts and working on their electricity.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing on boats. There's people who have built entire businesses just wiring boats. That's their specialty.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, really, I say if you take our location right there by State Fair and draw a 30-ish mile radius around it, that's really our service area. And then we do go farther. Depending on project size and things like that, we can travel. So,
all right, and you guys do residential, commercial. I see solar listed on the website, electrical vehicle charging, Nest Home Solutions.
Right,
like you get into all of it.
Yeah, we. As soon as my dad and I got there, the one thing him and I were 100% on board with is that if it involves electricity, it's something we should be able to do and are going to do. So there's nothing on the electrical side that we look at and say, that's not in our wheelhouse. We pride ourselves on, electricians should be able to do all electrical work. Not we're not a specialized one trick pony place.
Right. Are you guys finding
to help out anybody?
Are you guys finding the electrical vehicle charging stations taking off?
In Wisconsin, we are a lot slower than the rest of the country on electric vehicle, which is not a bad thing because we're letting the rest of the country work out the kinks.
Yeah.
People tend to think that in Wisconsin, we always move slower on things, but I look at it the opposite way and think, well, then when we get it, it's all sorted out.
Figured out.
It's working.
And it works well for us.
Exactly. We don't have to be the test subject.
We're not the guinea pigs, yeah.
Exactly. So right now, residentially, the electric vehicle chargers I would say we're moving pretty well here in Wisconsin. We do a lot of residential chargers for all types of cars. On the commercial side, it's going faster than it did last year, and it's exponentially increased each year, but it's nowhere near where other states are. But those are where some of the difficulties and chargers breaking down and technological issues are occurring. So us being a little farther behind is working great because it seems that the ones we do have on a commercial aspect, like some Meijer stores or Woodman stores have them in their parking lots and things, those seem to be good, working, functional pieces of equipment. They seem to be serving what they need to right now. It seems that they're expanding and growing those in a steady per-use manner, which is better than just ripping up 200 parking lots and installing 500 chargers for three of them to be used for a year. So I think that's really going well. We're starting to see more and more projects and things open up for the what they call the superchargers, the 480 volt DC current chargers that do the charge anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes to full, almost getting as efficient as standing at a gas pump.
Crazy.
So those are, it is. It's wild how much those things can output. And when you hear that, you would think there'd be so many safety fallbacks and stuff, but these things are really, really safe pieces of equipment. I always say it's an engineering marvel. It's legitimately impressive. I mean, it's
pretty cool.
Seeing a lot of those. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of those pop up now. We've had the benefit of being involved in a couple of them, and they're really cool pieces of equipment to see the internal operations of those things.
All right, we got about 20 minutes left with Nate from Best Electric Services. Get your calls and texts in, 855-616-1620. It is the Fix It Show. Thanks for listening to WTMJ.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
Ring in the new year with the ultimate timeless gift, a diamond from Diamonds Direct. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating a lifetime of love in 2024, Diamonds Direct can make this New Year's one to remember forever. Diamonds Direct is the area's destination for exquisite diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and our nationwide price guarantee ensures you'll get the best value, period. To showcase that spectacular diamond, we have literally thousands of designer settings from all the top names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, and many more. And our experts will guide you every step of the way with the education you want and the respect you deserve. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, fashion rings. At Diamonds Direct, we specialize in the ultimate symbol of love, and we welcome the opportunity to celebrate with you. So start the new year with some new excitement, new hope, and some new bling. Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Proud to call Milwaukee home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
If you did not have your holiday company party in December, have it in January at the amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford in their free party rooms. The food is super affordable and the huge game room adds so much fun. Reserve your date today. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved, but here you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If it needs fixing, we can help. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Good morning. Dayton Kane, David Nason here. Winter weather advisory in effect around the area, different communities. Windy for sure, blowing snow, another inch possible today with a high of 25, but we start falling after 2 p.m. Tomorrow, wind chills of negative 15 to 20 below, so be ready. Get everything cleared out as much as you can today before that cold snap hits us. We do have Nate Janzik from Best Electric Services on with us this hour. The WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. We do have a caller. Good morning, caller. What's your question?
Hi. This is the proud mother on the phone.
Nate's mom?
Nate's
How are
mom.
ya?
Okay.
Hi. Yes, this is Fran. I am Nate's mom, and I just want to tell my son how proud I am of him. And, just wanted to call in and give the company a shout out. They're a great company. My son Nate and his dad, my husband, work very hard, and they really know how to take care of their customers. That's one of the biggest things about their business is the customer service. So just wanted to, tell my son I'm proud of him.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. I got worried when they said you were calling in. I got worried when they said you were calling in. I thought you had a question. I thought you could just ask Dad.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't have any electrical questions. I suppose I do have an in on that. Yeah. I don't have to call the radio station.
Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Always good to have Mom checking in and giving the thumbs up. So proud of you, Nate. And what's your mom's name, Nate?
My mom's name is Fran.
All right, Fran. Fran,
Yeah,
thank you
Fran.
for calling in. Part of that, what she mentioned there is very important, right? The customer service aspect of it. You can find an electrician pick up the phone book, Google, whatever. But it's that service end of it that really makes a difference.
Absolutely. We always say to all of our guys whenever we have our meetings or discussions that it's really, really easy to find an electrician. That's A through Z, like you just said, the phone book. It's difficult to find an electrician that's also a service provider. You can find a lot of people who can do the work, but where we like to stand out is our ability to be personal with people, to take care of what they need in a professional manner, and look at it from both sides of the business side and the personal aspect of the side. They both come together to make for a happy customer. If the whole thing's business focused, somebody's going to be upset. And if the whole thing's personal focused, there's going to be a problem with the making money part of it. So you got to have the focus on both, and that's how you end up with a mutually happy partner and customer who's happy to pay for the work they had done because they enjoyed having the work done.
Exactly. Yeah. BestElect.com is a website, bestelect.com. If you fill out the contact us form on that website, Nate, how long before somebody calls you back?
During normal business days, so we're normally Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. If you fill that form out, usually within, I would say, same day, it comes directly to myself. Usually same day. I'm pretty good at getting back to my emails. But if it's over the course of a weekend or something, I try to check periodically over the weekend and respond to anything that needs immediate response. But usually if you submit something over a weekend, you should be hearing from us pretty early Monday, probably before noon or so.
All right, we have one final segment coming up with Nate, 855-616-1620. If you have a question, it is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Houston, you're going to have a problem.
Middleton the other way. Pulls up. Straight on three. Got it. Cold-blooded three-pointer there for Chris Middleton. To Giannis. Left wing. Tie game. 56 seconds to go. Giannis with a ferocious slam right in the face of Keldon Johnson.
The Bucks look to ground the Rising Rockets tonight in Houston. Coverage starts at 6:30 with Buck Shoot-Around on your home of the Bucks. News Radio 620. WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. With the weather getting colder, our prices get even hotter. And at our showroom, you'll see all the top brands of lighting and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Monte Carlo, and more. Our new in-store visual technology will allow you to find every light and fan from every major brand, including their price and description. And our prices are always the lowest. I guarantee it. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for Dad and the kids, and our famous free popcorn. BBC is open Monday through Saturday and is located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
It's time for me to tell you about Best Electric Service. They're a family-owned and operated company that has been in business for over 50 years. No job is too big or too small, as Nate was saying here on the show. From residential to commercial projects and even electric vehicle charging, Best Electric provides quality at fair prices. Keep your family safe this winter with whole and partial home generators so the power is always on. And don't forget to keep your electronics and appliances protected with whole home surge protection services. Connect with the best and visit bestelect.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Transform your bathroom like we did. It's Sidex, S-I-D-E-X, Sidex. Take out that conventional bathtub, put in a walk-in shower. That's what we did at our house. It's beautiful. It's open. It's transformed our bathroom. And right now with Sidex, you get $750 off any bathtub or shower replacement. They serve within 60 miles of Milwaukee. It's Sidex. They did the work at our house. It was quick. It was affordable. It was efficient. And our bathroom is beautiful. Go with the company we trust, Sidex. Free shower door upgrade when you mention WTMJ or John Mercure.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Flimsy, feeble, flaccid.
That's how you can describe most pre-approval letters these days. Heck, a lot of big banks issue pre-approval letters using soft credit pulls instead of real credit reports. Do you really want to compete in today's still low inventory market with a soft credit pull and a pre-approval that's silent on 2 of the 3 critical elements of a mortgage approval? A rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet not only verifies your credit with a real credit report, we also verify your income and down payment, and then issue a letter with a $2,000 guarantee to back it up. And now, Accunet is issuing property-specific pre-approvals that often come with this sweet phrase: no appraisal required. That's right, Accunet may be able to issue your pre-approval at or above the seller's asking price without needing an appraisal. Today's home market is still a metaphorical knife fight. Your bank is offering you, well, a pocket knife. Accunet is Crocodile Dundee. Now that's a knife, mate. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Call with your problem. We'll try to solve it. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored as always by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Dayton Kane and David Nason here with Nate Janzik from Best Electric Services. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. Have a text here, Nate, that says, can I use a portable gas generator to charge an EV car? Let's say you're on a trip and there's no charging station. Can I use my generator I bring along?
You could. You're going to get a really slow charge, most likely. You're only going to get on the electric vehicle side, they call that trickle charging, which is 120-volt charging. It basically gets you somewhere between 2 and 4 miles an hour of charge. So if you're on a trip, say you drove 100 miles and you're stopping for the night and you're going to plug in, you're going to have to be plugged in for about 2 days to get those 100 miles back in that generator. Wow. It's not a really efficient means of charging. Now, not to say you can't do it for, obviously getting an extra 30, 40 miles overnight is, 30, 40 miles of driving, that you can do.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. But I would not consider that a reliable route to go for traveling. I think it's if you rely on that, you may end up having an issue somewhere.
Yeah. Plus, then you're hauling a generator and gas in your vehicle. Which,
right, because
it's
a vehicle charger that you install in your home, that's a 240 volt, at least 30 amps, isn't it, or more likely 50 amps?
It's most likely right now a 60 amp overcurrent protection, so a 60 amp breaker, and it's 48 amps of constant flow.
Sure.
So it's going to be charging at a direct 48 amps the entire time it's charged for the most part. Now there's some vehicles like the Nissan Leaf is one that generally their charger is actually a 40 amp breaker and a 32 amp charge. And that's really one of the only ones I know that's not up to that 60-48 has become the standard. Or you can plug into a NEMA 1450 outlet, which is the same thing you plug your stove into if you have an electric stove. And that charges that's a 50 amp breaker, and that's going to give you somewhere about 42 amps of direct current charge on the cars. So, and that's at 240 volt. The cars do the conversion from your normal AC power supply in your house to the direct current power supply at the car. So that's not anything that an electrician does. That's all internal wiring in the car. But that's by far the most efficient and cost-effective route to charging. Obviously, the 480-volt superchargers charge a lot faster, but you're not putting one in your house because there's not 480 volts. So right now the best bang for your buck is a charger or a NEMA 1450 outlet on your 240 volt in your house to charge your cars. Or if you're taking a trip, planning your route through areas that may have supercharger locations or things like that.
Sure. All right, Nate, we got to wrap it up. Tell us what Best Electric Services all does and how we get in touch with you.
Best way to get a hold of us, 414-727-8770. My email, which is nate@bestelect.com. That's BESTELECT.com. Those are the 2 easiest ways to get a hold of us. No job too big or too small. We really try to take on as much as we can and help as many people as we can with everything. Right now, we're really thinking the generator thing is going to keep moving, especially with this storm coming. Yeah. So if you have generators, you've been thinking about a generator installation, please give us a call. We do provide free generator estimates. We can provide multiple options, whole house, partial home, and there's some financing options we can provide.
Awesome, Nate.
And
awesome having you on the show.
Right, and if you texted in and we didn't get to your question or something, contact Nate at the numbers and everything he just provided, and he'll get back to you.
bestelect.com. Right. Thanks for being on. Have a great weekend, Nate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You too.
All right.
Take care.
David, we'll see you next week.
Yes, definitely.
Coming in next, it's Rose Gray and the Fox World Travel Show.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
It's the weekend. Escape from your kitchen and enjoy a free dinner at the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill. Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Fox and Hounds is my favorite restaurant. It's one of the most unique, beautiful, and affordable restaurants in the state, as your second dinner is free, even on a Saturday or a Sunday. No kidding. Order your favorite steak, seafood, Northwoods pan-fried walleye, a big fresh garden salad, even the steak and lobster or prime rib on Wednesday and Saturday, and your second dinner is always free. Desserts and ice cream drinks, my favorite part of the meal. Buy one, get one free. I highly recommend the magnificent Sunday brunch. It's all you can eat. It's just $26.99. Kids and grandkids under 3 always eat for free. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The drive alone is gorgeous. Google it. Fox and Hounds Restaurant.